Hey, I'm Tato with the CG Dojo, and this is the CG Dojo Lead Exchange project. So what you guys are going to do is, you're going to be creating your own leads and your own instructional videos for those leads, and then we're going to share them. And what this is going to do is, it's going to accelerate the exchange of information and give everybody access to everyone else's leads. It will increase the overall fighting capacity of the kingdom by basically a long shot. So the first shot that I'm going to go through with you guys is the Hound Break, right? This is the shot that started it all for me in terms of understanding how to create different shots, right? So my personal approach to learning shot creation was to learn lots and lots and lots of playbook shots. So basically just recipes to use different leads, and I would just throw this one, this one, this one, this one, until I learned enough that the principles contained in those shots all sort of bled together and began to make sense to me. So what you guys are going to do is, you're going to try to replicate this video in terms of its content. You're not going to have to explain the project. However, you're going to give your lead a ridiculous name. That's a requirement. We'll delete your video if it doesn't have a ridiculous name, and has to be unique as well. In addition, what you want to do is, you want to take the lead through step by step, as if you were trying to teach it to someone, and talk about what it is composed of, and any contingencies that you might use to make this shot work for yourself. So this shot, again, is called the Hound Break. You can do it single sword, but I typically think of it as a sword and board shot. So the Hound Break uses something called a setup, right? What that means is, this is what you guys have been practicing all along with your block strike. So the setup means that if I throw, there's locations that he will predictably throw back at me, right? So this isn't a feint, but it is a lead because I am using this action to aggressively start the exchange. So the Hound Break looks like this. It's composed of a horizontal chop, an upward sweep to catch the block or feint, and then a reverse wrap down to the hip. So just to go over those parts again, I throw a horizontal chop and step in. He throws back, I catch the block, I step again and throw that money shot. And you'll notice how I have this nice knee flexion here. I'm not overextended with my knee past my toe. I'm in a nice solid position. I hit this shot. And remember, on the end of it, you want to stand back up again by bringing this back foot in. So just to show you what that looks like again, this is the Hound Break. One more time. Now, you'll notice that this upward sweep is kind of a feint, but it's really just me assuming that top quadrant guard position. So it can function as either. If he doesn't throw back, it just looks like this. It still functions as a lead. And in addition, once your opponent gets used to getting hit with this shot, or has been hit with it more than once, they'll start to identify it. So it leads into a second technique called the false Hound Break, right? So you start off with the same front two components of the Hound Break: horizontal chop, upward block, here, and then I sink down like I'm going to throw the money shot, and then I shoulder wrap over top. So just to show you what that looks like. That's not it. That's the regular Hound Break. You see how I'm standing back up to throw that shoulder wrap. So that's the Hound Break. Enjoy that shot.